And just to introduce yourselves for the people watching.
Hi, so I'm Callum. I was one of the main programmers on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Lucy. I'm one of the environment artists.
Yeah, well, it's very nice to have you here. Do you want to kind of just give us a brief rundown of what Blade Gunners is in your own words?
Yeah, so Blade Gunners is a 44 arena shooter. Instead of your traditional kind of shooter with reloading everything, we decided to add rails in which you grind along them to recharge your ammo instead.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also on skates, so it's got a much floatier feel for movement.
Yeah, it's very tricky to get used to, but quite rewarding once you kind of master the controls.
Everyone kind of hates the movement at first, and then after 5-10 minutes, they start loving the game. So
yeah. So I guess we'll kind of try and jump into the game. Once again, I'm going to leave it to Sokol, our resident shooter champion.
Yeah, we should be. Hopefully, some people from chat are also going to be joining the game with you, but we've got some people outside as well who are joining you.
Yeah. Outside in the studio. As other members of your team, or
so they're ready to jump on if needs be, just to fill some slots, and the IP should be getting posted in the chat.
Oh, excellent! So
if you guys want to take part in this,
so yeah, if anyone wants to join, IP is there.
Yep, 6 more slots, it seems.
Excellent. We'll see if anyone joins in soon enough.
Got someone.
So I'm guessing people will join as we start playing the match, right?
Yeah. So as the match goes on, more people will likely be joined in. So
yeah, you can hear kind of I'm assuming the game audio is coming through, but we can hear the kind of roller skates of the character. How does it feel, Sokol?
Unfortunately, I'm a little bit busy playing, so I can't tell you how it feels.
Sokol, tell us everything about it while you play. So what was the inspiration to kind of do roller skates and grinding? Where did that come from?
So originally, I think we had...
she fell down.
Like, during the summer break, we all kind of had ideas for what we wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of took 3 of the main ideas we all liked was a skating parkour game, a game based on like a fairly vertical level, and a corner shooter, arena shooter, and that all kind of got merged and became this. Which we've all loved making.
It's a surprisingly natural hybrid, but go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like it's just like the combination of all of what we wanted. Oh no, that's a pretty rare bug. It unfortunately happens sometimes. Yeah.
We're going to have to wait till someone kills us.
Yeah. A way you can fix that as well is if you press comma, you can change to spectate and then rejoin a team.
It looks like it's fixed itself.
Yeah. And how does the mechanic with the grinding work exactly? You mentioned it kind of reloads the ammo that you've got, but you've got kind of a 2-stage reload process, I seem to remember, where it's kind of automatically reloading, but the maximum ammo is from the grinding, is that right?
So the way it works is you've got your traditional like clip, so you've got your 25 bullets in the AR, which as you shoot drains, and then once you stop shooting, that will start to recharge from your reserves. And then when you grind, it will charge your current clip first and then start recharging your reserved ammo up to its max value.
And I'm guessing the team probably might have done some research playing other sort of similar team-based games.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. It's just mainly inspired by the kind of games that we really enjoy playing, and things like, especially, the classics like Quake and Unreal Tournament are big influences. Obviously, with a slightly different twist on it.
Nope.
Yeah,
almost.
Don't forget, you can pick up other weapons as well, and you can also switch with the scroll wheel, or 1 and 2.
Yeah, the shotgun was definitely my favorite. That seemed to be the best way I was getting kills when I was playing.
It's quite popular, the shotgun.
Yeah, definitely. How many weapons are there in total?
So we have 4 weapons in total currently in the build. And that's pretty much all we planned for. We kind of just wanted to go for like having 4 satisfying weapons that are all like well-rounded. They all fill different niches, as you'll find. The sniper's quite specific as well.
Yeah, I remember getting the sniper rifle a lot, but not actually ever having much success with it. But,
it's probably been buffed since then.
Oh, really? I think it's just me not being able to aim. But yeah, it seemed like one of the more powerful options. I saw some people using it very well. It's interesting you mentioned Unreal
there
and
it is.
Quake, because obviously those are known for like very interesting weapon variety. Was there any weapons you guys wanted to implement but just didn't have time, maybe?
Yeah, we had kind of a few ideas of things that we wanted to do as like stretch goals, but obviously we didn't get there in the time.
Sure.
But, we wanted to have a rocket launcher at some point. That was like one of our like we joked about it a lot internally about when are we going to do the rocket launcher? When are we going to do the rocket launcher? But we unfortunately didn't have scope for it. We were also thinking of potentially having things like grenades, but we didn't get around to it in the time we had. So we just tried to refine the weapons that fill the fairly, I guess, basic archetypes.
And can you tell us a bit about kind of the style of the game? Because I really like the presentation in terms of the like CCTV cameras, the kind of like glitching out when you die, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So our team, so we didn't have a writer. So our game world, we sort of winged it a bit for the game world and kind of like we focused first on the gameplay and then brought the world building elements into it. So we decided eventually that we would kind of make it basically a sponsored deathmatch event by weapons companies as some kind of like underground means to test their prototype weaponry. So that's why we chose the setting as well, being like an abandoned factory that's been retrofitted with all of these arena elements. And then we have the live streamed tournament aspect of it, which is where the cameras come in and, the like error messages when
Trying
your
to be
character dies
sneaky.
and stuff all kind of works into that.
Yeah, it most strongly reminds me of Unreal Tournament. I don't know if it's just the music, but really, really similar vibe. And I think sounds like the world building is kind of part of that. It's contributed to that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think Flo really did a great job on the music. It's definitely got some inspirations from like Unreal Tournament as well, and you can hear that influence.
For sure.
Looks like I'm not doing as well as I was with
yeah,
Rush.
I'm
It's
afraid
a little bit.
You're letting us down, but it looks
Yeah.
like your team's doing all right.
Yes, I'm being carried.
Yeah. With
If you hold tab, you can check the scoreboard as well and just see how you're actually doing.
I am. Which one am I?
If you didn't change your name, you're likely 2D Cootie, I think it is.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're
I
2D
think
Cutie.
So has 1 kill.
Well, we've
Whilst
got
the
the
other person on
one.
the team
We
has
got the one.
13.
Yes.
Well, with a 4v4 game, must have been tricky to balance. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys went about doing that?
So, obviously, with it being multiplayer as well, it's a lot. We had to have dedicated servers, which meant was a lot more trickier for us to build in general because we needed the Unreal Source engine downloaded, and so with that we would try and arrange like 2 weekly play sessions.
Bye-bye.
Just get
Oh,
people
no.
in
No.
to play our game
Oh no, Sokol.
and test weapons.
So just regularly rotating
just-
people in and out.
Also like varying skill level. 'cause at the uni we've got some semi-pro players who
Yeah.
do very well in games and obviously others that are a lot more casual.
Oh, Sokol's found the sniper.
Will you hit any shots?
That's
No.
the question.
My money is on no.
My money is
but-
also on no.
But no, prove me wrong, Sokol.
Well, what am I meant to do? Camp?
Yeah, let's do some camping. Really old school strategies coming in.
And then I'm just going to get squashed by this monstrosity here.
You can go under that
So
as
the
well.
the environment.
Oh, nearly.
No, don't do it to me.
But yeah, I imagine it must have taken a lot of iteration because your level design has to accommodate 8 players as a sort of maximum. Did you find that it was tricky balancing, say, like time to kill or sort of encounter ratios?
So see, I helped out with the weapon balancing, but a lot of it came down to Elise, who's essentially our pro player.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Elise is kind of the pro esports member of the team, but was also the
Exactly.
designer. But yeah, I imagine there must have been a lot of work going into it. Is there any particular feature we've not yet seen that you guys want to kind of shout out or talked about?
I
So
don't know.
have I missed any of the guns is the question. So we've got the pistol, got the sniper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pistol's actually very strong. Was one of the later balances we did. And also, yeah. Oh, I think I know what AD's wanting us to find.
Oh.
If you go to the skate park area, once
Okay,
you
going to the
respawn-
skate
Yeah,
park.
we'll check it out because we're getting indications that something good is in store.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
AD's
yeah.
favorite room, I believe.
I think the chat is ahead of us. The secret 80s that we've got to
You're in
find.
the right room now.
Yeah, so
Okay.
behind the truck there,
Oh yeah.
you
Jump
jump
over
over, and behind it,
so we're here.
yeah, you should.
You might have used the barrel.
Oh,
Oh no.
People
Oh,
don't
they're
kill.
trying to stop you.
they know.
People
Oh,
are protecting the secret 80s.
People in the chat, stop. Stop
Let him be. Let him find the 80s.
They're just camping it now.
Yeah, we're being stream sniped immediately when we try to go to a particular
Blue
area.
team, defend.
What?
No, no.
What is this?
If you want to easily
I am
get,
being stream sniped. I feel there is a little bit of stream
if you want
striping
to
here.
easily get in there, you can click comma,
Comma. Yep.
yeah, and go click on spectator.
Let's do comma spectator.
And then
So yeah, so
if you click in the game, it should let you control.
if you click
There
on
we
the
go.
yep,
So if you look to go behind the truck
Let's go behind.
here we go.
and to the right,
What?
Oh,
Someone's been camping until
if you
now.
look behind you,
Oh my god,
What?
we've got the 80s meeting in here.
They have no legs.
so we had plans to try and add in a practice range, and we asked AD if he'd like to be the target dummy. So gave one of our artists a quick art test to see how quick they could make a model of AD, and that was the outcome of the model they made.
Well, it's beautiful. It's right on point.
Yeah, excellent. But yeah, I don't know if we've kind of finished our match.
Yeah,
we've been
yeah.
kicked out,
Unfortunately,
but-
the purple's won. So yeah,
yeah, we'll have to improve your training, Sokol, at some point.
Yes.
But yeah.
I'm about to be fired, aren't I? Really? I might pass my seat over to Rich.
But yeah, is there anything you guys would do differently if you had to kind of start over again? We might have another 10 minutes for a game as well if you want to join another one, Sokol.
Should I pass it over to somebody who's asleep?
Sure.
I have
Yeah, I
to-
guess maybe try and get a stable build made earlier, because one thing that did hold us
There we
back a bit was playtesting. Like, whilst we did get it in, it took us a while to be able to do any testing at all. Just with
Yeah,
it being a multiplayer game, obviously.
Yeah.
You need a fully stable build to test on.
yeah, it's always important to get testing done early and often because you just get so much useful feedback,
Yeah.
especially with the first iteration of whatever it is that you've built.
I just remembered something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, one of the main mechanics, the rail grinding to recharge your weapons, we didn't get in until quite late.
Oh, really?
And that caused a
Interesting.
lot of issues with weapon balancing, but we figured it out in the end. Almost forgot that happened.
Wait, so what did the game look like before you had your USP in it?
It was just everyone had infinite ammo, and we didn't really pay much mind to it. We just ran around, and to be fair, it was just fun to just shoot each other.
Okay, so that's not a top tip to everyone out there in the audience.
No.
Yeah.
To do your
Absolutely not.
USP is the last thing that you
Yeah,
put into
late
your game.
implementation of the core selling point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we would like work on like the ammo clip size and everything, but the reserve mag we didn't really get in until the rails were added as well. Just because we didn't know how long it would take to recharge the magazine and everything with that, but the rest of the ammo was functional up until that point.
Okay.
It's just the gaining ammo from the rails wasn't in.
Oh, okay. So the game still functioned more or
Yeah.
less how it. Right. I guess it's more that you didn't have the restriction and limitation in until the
Yeah.
end.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Phew. I was wondering how on earth you managed to make such a polished game there, because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's on Chris, but no, he did. No, he did a great job with getting the rail system to work. It caused him a lot of stress, but he did a great job. So thank you.
I did want to ask actually how many of the team before making this game were kind of like massive FPS fans, or if it was just something that happened and then you were making an FPS game. Like, what was it based on someone's real passion for it, or was it a collective thing?
So a lot of our team do really enjoy FPSs. I play Valorant a lot on the NSC team. Obviously, Elise being the esports pro. Lucy, you play a lot of FPS as well. I think, most of us all played FPSs. Some that didn't, but they've all really loved working on the game. So yeah, everyone loves it.
So everyone now plays FPS games. Is that what you're saying?
Well, everyone's played our game.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't branched out.
I don't know how many have started playing other games, but I know
Team Valorant games.
Yeah, we managed.
Yeah.
We managed to pull together some Team Valorant games, customs there, and would play together. Yeah.
I noticed the chat is asking us to click boingy, but
yeah.
I'm not sure what this means.
Boingy. It's a hidden sound from before we got any sound effects in.
All right, another
We had
Easter egg.
text to speech.
Do you want to?
Stop icon. You can see the green cone.
So just on the left there, it looks like.
Oh, this.
Boingy.
I
Boingy.
don't know if people
Boingy.
turn it up a bit.
Boingy. Boingy. Boingy.
Again, that was one of the
Boingy.
80s favorite things within the game.
I had no idea that these were like, clickable things.
That's
Thoughts with
only
Sketchpad.
it's the only hidden one on there. The
Oh,
rest
okay.
Leave it to luck.
Boingy.
Hit like a truck.
Sketchpad has
Zero
a
security.
if we're late to a meeting, we get sent that face that's going on the sketchpad.
Right. Are there any other kind of things you want to talk about from the game that you can think of?
Wow. I mean.
Oh.
I mean, I guess I just want to like first say that everyone in our team like worked really hard, and I think they should all be really proud of the work they've done. I mean, it's just been like it's been really fun to work on it, and I think like everyone's just really enjoyed it, and it's like I don't know, it's just felt like a huge like. I don't know. It just feels like we're just a group of friends that are like making a game. It feels like it's just always been like so natural, and I don't know. It's just been really enjoyable to work on.
And you guys got the kind of public vote, right, for the.
Yeah. Oh, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that?
I don't know. I mean,
a little bit.
we did tell people to vote for our game,
Yeah.
and it seemed like the people that came around were enjoying it, so that was always fun.
Oh, they were fixated.
Yeah,
It
we
was
had
a
people
little
that
bit
came back
scary
over and over
going up
again.
in the corner, just at how focused people were.
Yeah, they got kind of into it.
Yeah, kind of. We were just chatting a couple of the staff members back there, saying we kind of want to make this into our official staff esports thing. So we're gonna see if we can arrange a staff match sometime.
That would be
soon.
amazing.
Oh, boy. I
And
hope I'm on the right
Definitely
team.
record it.
yeah, it means that
please
I
don't,
need to
actually.
I need to go and do some practice at home, and I'd quite like us to start playing some matches and then maybe Twitch stream.
Well, that would be amazing.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, no. We spoke briefly recently about trying to just put it on Steam just so we can have servers like peer-to-peer without people needing to port forward.
Yeah.
Because right now that is an issue. We use dedicated servers, and that requires a computer to port forward. And if you do, there is obviously the host session, but in the game, but that also requires port forwarding of the computer, just because we've got no back-end system to sort that stuff out for us. So there's an idea, try and get it on Steam, and then obviously makes it a lot easier on the staff to have your esports tournaments.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot of fun because not all of the staff play first-person shooters. I know a few do, so we'll have to like mix up the teams a little bit.
Balance
Otherwise,
them out. Yeah.
we'll have just team domination.
I think we'll have to have two team captains who can then pick from
Yeah.
a staff lineup.
But yeah, I mean, basically, like the fact that we're kind of talking about it in that kind of sense does give an indication of just how well you've done, like how high a level of quality it is. Because I've played so many like terrible FPS games where they look like an FPS game, but as soon as you start moving, it just feels like tacky and horrendous. And you absolutely smashed your gun feel and movement feel, which is absolutely core to FPS games. So essentially, the staff are basically just saying like, like really well done,
Yeah.
and it's now going to be our official way of solving disputes amongst staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if we've got time to play a little bit more.
I'm not sure we will now. I came on and I just blabbed a little bit. I do
No
like
worries.
to chat.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit more time, but we've probably got maybe a few people who are thinking of kind of going into game development for the first time. Is there anything you guys would recommend based on your personal experience?
Like from this project in particular, if there's anything that you've learned kind of different to prior games that you've worked on.
Yeah, so definitely don't be discouraged from previous attempts because I won't lie, both of our second year games, we both worked on 2 different ones, definitely weren't anywhere near as good as this, and we all felt like our previous games fell through, and then we joined together and we've made Blade Gunners.
Yeah,
It's been a great game which people have loved, as shown. And yeah, we're just really honoured to be able to have this opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, and to add to that, if you're thinking of going into game development, don't do a multiplayer FPS as your first game. Get the feel of making a game that is like feels good, and focus on the mechanics as well, especially unless you're doing a story-driven game. But focus on the mechanics. Don't do a multiplayer FPS as your first game, and just I guess have fun doing it, because this was really fun to work on. We enjoyed the game all the way through.
So I guess that's an interesting point. So do you feel as though kind of the games that you've worked on up until this point have kind of helped lay a foundation that have allowed you to make this game because you have more knowledge and experience?
Yeah, I think it definitely, working on the games running up to this one, it definitely showed us what we did and didn't enjoy making. So we had a very good idea of like what we kind of aspired towards and what we definitely didn't want to do.
Sure.
And those kind of drove us, I guess.
I guess that's one of the USPs of the academy, right? Go in and like break things and make loads of mistakes.
Yeah.
We definitely made loads of mistakes.
Yeah, this is the chance to do it when it's kind of low stakes. All you've got to do is kind of worry about kind of just meeting some of the assignment requirements, but you guys are generally encouraged to be as creative as you can. And I've never really seen a similar grinding mechanic in a first-person shooter, so it's very unique.
Wow.
But maybe some of the staff will correct me on that. But I've personally never seen one.
I
So.
can't really think of it, and particularly like being tied to the reload and literally running out of ammo unless you're using movement tech. Like that's not something I've come across, and it does force a certain kind of gameplay. So
I had to really rethink because I kept thinking like I've got to reload now, and I was like, damn, I can't actually reload.
you can't do
moving.
that.
One of the benefits about having the reload mechanic was it stopped people from just camping. Like it forced the people to move around the level. Like no one could just hide easily in this particular area.
Does that then come from getting really miffed off playing FPS games when you've got a really good sniper just in that spot and just pinning everyone down? Because it does my nut.
It does get annoying when that happens.
It's an interesting, like basically an entire game sprang from a dislike of people camping with sniper rifles.
Yeah, it definitely had an impact. It would definitely had an impact on because obviously with the original idea, one of the original ideas being the vertical level, the one thing we were thinking about is how do we stop people from just sitting at the top and camping by shooting down? And so it was the idea of trying to find a way to force people to move, which introduced something along the lines of the rail mechanic to reload the weapon.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting one. Yeah, and really good emulation of a particular style. I haven't seen many games kind of emulate that kind of like Unreal Tournament era kind of thing in a long time, so I really liked it. Yeah, and I feel like there's a massive audience for those kind of games, but there's very few that do anything good with that nostalgia. Whereas you guys kind of, you took it, you freshened it up, you give it your own distinctive stamp as well, and then innovated. So all we're doing is just like, oh my god, you guys are amazing. Essentially, we're just going around in circles saying you did a really great job. But that's fine. It's evidently awesome. I did want to ask just one thing. Sorry, you will get to go very, very shortly.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. It's an interesting development, and you're an interesting team. So we're just chatting to you a bit more. But you mentioned about like your team and the kind of the communication and community within your team being so key. There's a point to be made on that, I imagine, in terms of like what to focus on when you're going into your teams and stuff. Because I see a lot of people before they come and study something like this, thinking like they can go into games by doing it at home by themselves and not really engaging with people.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a question in there somewhere. I'll get.
There is, yeah.
I think I'm just kind of
How
asking.
do you get along with people? Is kind of
Yeah. How do we make friends?
Yeah.
No, but I guess from your time that you've been here, because everyone goes on a bit of a journey when they come here, because it's quite a weird course, and it sort of forces you to be social. Well, yeah, it does, and not all of us are necessarily coming to this place being outwardly social. So I guess from the day one to kind of now, like, are there things that you've learned that have helped in terms of team communication and building that kind of that community?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. I spoke a lot.
Sorry.
During the expo.
Last
It's
one,
okay.
I promise.
So I kind of came to uni and I was very much like, I'm going to do everything myself. If people don't do something, I'm going to do it. And it was very stressful and I didn't communicate with people very well. And I just ended up piling on loads of work and not really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
I think I kind of realized like, okay, I need to actually like work with people and we need to figure things out together. And I think one way to like really get that like bond with the team that you mentioned is do stuff together outside of uni that isn't related to the game. Like meet up and like, I don't know, go for drinks or like go roller skating like we did.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't
It
go
was a-
shooting guns as well, right?
Well, we pretended to. It was a research project.
sure.
But yeah, I don't know what it was like for you as well.
Yeah, no. So moving down here, because I live up in Yorkshire, so
Right.
It's different, huh?
very different. Because I knew nobody coming here.
Yeah.
Only person I was never heard anyone want to do games out of my friends. So yeah, kind of moved down here on the programming course and just met with some of them. So I met Chris on like one of the first days at university, along with some others, and kind of just formed friendships there. And then worked with him in second year and just gained a bunch more friends with the team I worked with in second year, and just others from other teams, like Lucy I met in second year properly. And then just this year, our team socials we did has been great. We'd do the roller skating. We tried to go to Race the Roof to just play laser tag as a team, but never got round to that.
Next week.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Well, there's some great experiences there,
Yeah.
it sounds like. But I'm afraid we'll have to wrap up for our next break. But Lucy, Callum, thank you very much.
Yeah.
for
Thank you so
joining
much
us
for
again.
talking with
It's
us.
been an honor.
And
Thank
well
you,
done.
80.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
thanks, Sadie.
80
Thanks,
very
80.
proud in the background there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll grab that.
Yeah.
So enjoy Laser Quest and
Yeah.
have a great weekend.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.